Mute. A very warm morning to all present here and to those joining us in the hybrid mode. On behalf of Government College Solent and the Department of English, it is my proud privilege to welcome you all to this international interdisciplinary conference on integration of artificial intelligence and automation in syllabi across disciplines in higher education. Today, we gather at a defining moment in the history of education. Today, we gather at a defining moment in the history of higher education when technology is not merely an external and peripheral aid, but an active collaborator in how we think, teach, learn, and imagine the future. Artificial intelligence and automation are not merely reshaping tools of instruction, they are reshaping epistemologies, pedagogies, and the very architecture of the curriculum. We are deeply honored to have with us our chief guest, Principal, Government College Solent, Dr. Manisha Koliji, and an academic leader whose commitment in innovation, inclusivity, and institutional excellence continues to inspire both faculty and students. Ma'am, your presence lends both grace and gravitas to this inaugural session. May I now request Dr. Minukundi to kindly felicitate our esteemed chief guest by presenting her with a flowering pot, a symbol of growth, renewal, and the nurturing of enduring academic values. To present a memento to our respected chief guest as a token of our admiration and affection. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. This international conference has been conceived with a clear academic vision to critically examine how artificial intelligence and automation can be meaningfully integrated into higher education curricula across disciplines, not as a disruptive intrusion, but as a deliberate, ethical, and human centered transformations. Aligned with the spirit and the mandate of NEP 2020, the conference foregrounds curriculum redesign, interdisciplinary learning, technology enabled pedagogy, and employability oriented skill development. At its core, the conference affirms a timeless truth: machines may process data, but it is education that shapes judgment, nurtures wisdom, and anchors knowledge in ethical responsibility. I would like to introduce the key speakers before they join into you. We are privileged to host an exceptional constellation of keynote speakers whose scholarship bridges disciplines, geographies, and intellectual traditions. We will be having with us today Dr. Azra Tahizi from Iran, Mr. Firoz Akrov an internationally acclaimed ELT professional from Central Asia, Dr. Hedy Habra, award-winning poet and essayist from Michigan University, Dr. Vishnu Gopan, Assistant Professor of Commerce and Senate Member, University of Kerala, Dr. Shamnaz Bano, a poet, translator, critic, and a cultural bridge builder. We are proud to host nearly 143 participants from across India, including Delhi, NCR, Gurugram, Uttar Pradesh, Kerala, Haryana, Rajasthan, Punjab, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu. It means enhancing learning, encouraging interdisciplinary thinking, and developing future ready skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, adaptability, and data awareness. This conference provides an important platform to discuss curriculum innovation, modern teaching practices, and the ethical use of emerging technologies. So we are going to have our learned keynote speakers who are going to join us online. Azra Tazihi, Mr. Firoz Akrab, Hedy Habra, Dr. Vishnu Gopan, and Dr. Shamnaz Bano. I warmly welcome all our keynote speakers. We are proud to have around 140 participants joining us from Delhi NCR, Gurugram, Uttar Pradesh, Kerala, Haryana, Rajasthan, Punjab, Jharkhand, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh,
Karnataka, Kashmir, and Madhya Pradesh. I'm confident that the keynote sessions and paper presentations will lead to meaningful discussions and valuable recommendations for curriculum development across the disciplines. I sincerely appreciate the organizing committee for their vision, dedication, and hard work in making this international conference possible. I also thank all the participants all from all over the India for sharing their time, expertise, and scholarly contributions. With these words, I formally declare the international conference open and wish all the delegates a productive, enriching, and successful academic experience. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful words. Our first speaker is about to join us in a meanwhile. I'll just let you know about the speakers. Our first speaker will be Dr. Azra Tahizi. She will be deliberating on the title Unlocking Speaking Skills offers valuable insights into the convergence of emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence in enhancing communicative competence. In the afternoon session, we will be having the technical sessions, and we have about 20 presentations. And in all, we have received 143 abstracts. Tomorrow, the second day of the conference, which will be both on the hybrid and uh, we'll be having here also the chief guest for the day will be Chairman Himachal Pradesh State Higher Education Council, Professor Sarabjit Singh Pahelji. He'll be joining us around 10:30. We'll be having a summary session, and after that, the valedictory session will be starting, and certificates will be delivered, and there will be a lunch, which will be followed by lunch for all the offline participants and the staff members. I think Ma'am Azra Tahizi is taking some time to join in. Firoz, are you there? Have you joined in, Firoz? Kindly unmute
Ye-
yourself. Thank you
Yes,
so
yes,
much.
Ami.
Thank you so much, Firoz, for joining us. So we'll start with Mr. Firoz Agrov. Mr. Firoz Agrov is an award-winning and globally recognized ELT professional from Central Asia. He holds an MA in English from the University of Pune, India. Over the course of his 16 years teaching career, he has received multiple prestigious awards both domestically and internationally. Among his most notable achievements was being named the Best Dassault Teacher of the Year 2014 in China. He is also among the first English teachers from Uzbekistan to earn a C2 level qualification from UK in the year 2021. Mr. Akrov is a founder of an international English teachers network globally known as ETA Uzbekistan. Mr. Akrov has been a distinguished presenter at numerous prestigious conferences, including Saudi Arabia in Dubai and Sharjah, the English Without Borders National Conference in Tajikistan, Africa, ELTA, APAC Convention 2023 Spain, at Webster University in Tashkent, the fourth ICL at Westminster International University in Tashkent, and the eighth European Knowledge and Development Conference in Istanbul, among others. Beyond these, he has presently presented extensively on global platforms and foreign international organizations as Central Asia's most representative ELT professionals with engagement in the USA, Mexico, Panama, Nigeria, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and UAE, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia. I think Firoz has traveled the world. His book, The Art of Teaching, Let Your Teaching Voice Be Heard, was published in the USA in May, this year only, 2025, and it is also available on Amazon. The title of his paper is From EI to AI, Unlocking Speaking Skills, offers valuable insight into the convergence of emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence, enhancing communicative competence. Now, I request Firoz to kindly start with this deliberation. Thank you, Firoz. Over to
Well,
you.
let me double check. Am I audible? Am I audible?
You're audible.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Feroz Akbarov, coming to you live from the heart of Central Asia, Uzbekistan. And like it was introduced by Ma'am, my presentation is titled From EI to AI, Unlocking Speaking Skills. First things first, I'd like to show you how critical the topic I chose for today's conference is. Ladies and gentlemen, 73% of the world fear public speaking. We're talking about speaking skills. We're talking about learners speaking skills. There's something we need to do about it. And the visual representation of that would be this analogy. It is like teaching a swimming skill. You don't just describe the movements, you actually let your students get in the water. That would be a shortcut to my presentation, but I'd like to elaborate more in the coming slides. So first things first, what is EI? I'd like to hear some of your opinion, either virtually or, I don't know, some people joining us live from India. You could actually drop your insights in the chat box. What is EI in the first place? What do you think? Let me check the chat box. There are no inputs yet. So what is EI, emotional intelligence? EI has 5 components. And that's it. Empathy, social skills, self-awareness, self-regulation, and motivation. And I want you to mentally click this, either through your smartphone or just mentally. And I hope that it stays with you towards the end of my presentation, because we're going to refer to it back, time and again. Because the essence, the heart and soul of my presentation is about harnessing what EI can offer us in unlocking speaking skills. So here's my first question that I'm about to pose for you. How can EI help us solve speaking related problems? How can EI help us solve speaking related problems? Let's find out and dig deeper. Ladies and gentlemen, there are challenges in traditional speaking activities that we are having in our classes. And as per the research, these are some of the most common challenges that exist in the classes. Number one, anxiety. Our students are more anxious about their speaking classes for many reasons. Perhaps it's not English friendly. Perhaps it's not era friendly, that they're not allowed to make a mistake, which may be punishable harshly. And there's lack of feedback. When speaking of feedback, I'm talking about one-on-one connection with the teacher and the student on both intellectual and emotional level. It's not just trying to correct your students' mistakes, but it's actually trying to bond with your students and offer a solution rather than criticize. And then limited opportunities for communication. So our students are less willing to speak because there's no opportunity for them to speak in the class. Maybe it is teacher-centered class. Maybe it's not English friendly class where they just speak about English, but they don't speak English, you know? And now let's try to fix this long-standing challenges through 5 components of AI. And this is how it looks. Anxiety can actually be fixed through self-awareness and self-regulation. By letting your students be aware of their emotional self and use it in regulating the problem. Lack of feedback can actually be fixed through motivation and empathy. Limited opportunities for communication can be solved through social skills. So here you have the problems on your left and the solutions on your right through 5 components of EI, or emotional intelligence. And here I pose another question. Why use AI in teaching artificial intelligence? I'd like to hear some of your insights before I proceed to show you my insights. So what do you think? Why use AI? Why do I have to use AI in teaching? You can just let me know in the chat box. I want to see some of the insights of yours. Do you have any quick thoughts to share? If you are a teacher, why do you have to use artificial intelligence? So you can just leave your comments in the chat box. Let's make it more interactive, because I really love when there is some sort of interaction between me and the audience. I wonder if it's possible for the participants to leave a comment there. Or was it being muted and disabled?
I would like to interrupt. First, to finish with your discourse. After that, we'll be having an interaction session for all. In the interaction session, we will be
Okay.
interacting with you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, fine, no problem. So, here are some of the benefits of how AI can change our class setting. It can actually boost engagement and creativity. Of course, it generates tons of stuff in a jiffy instantly. Isn't it magical and wonderful when you have kind of a virtual genie that is ready at your command to generate anything in abundant quantities? That's just magical. Material development is part of this, what I was talking about. So it can develop, it can create tons of material. It is time saving, you know, and especially if you're teaching a group of students who come from multi-age, multi-level, multi-background, you need to ensure that the task you're setting is differentiated. And AI is best when it comes to differentiating the task. Personalizing learning experience. Again, it's related to differentiation. AI can actually offer a very personalized learning experience to each and every individual. And it can help us, the students, to develop their critical thinking about tech as well. That is not the exhaustive list. There's some more benefits of AI. AI can scaffold lessons nicely. More or less, we teachers spend our time profusely on trying to scaffold, trying to ensure that the entire class is pretty much under our control. It is guided. And in that respect, AI helps a great deal. AI can generate lots of specific context for you, and it can actually organize your class in a step-by-step plan. And there are many other benefits of AI in teaching. And here is another question. I'll be posing lots of questions for you because this is meant to be thought-provoking and insightful session. So why EI and AI in ELT? Look, my first question was, what is EI, emotional intelligence? My second question was, why use AI in teaching? My third question is, now, why emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence in ELT? And what is ELT? English language teaching. Ladies and gentlemen, now you can see a contrasting information of EI and AI. I'll try to quickly walk you through. EI, emotional intelligence, it was defined in the mid-90s by a man called Daniel Goleman. And he said that emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions. And that ability is key in acquiring the language or language acquisition, which is a very natural and authentic experience. Can we? I think we have, yeah. So could you please not write or draw anything on the board? Because on the screen, like I'm just going to clear it all, okay? In order to provide a very smooth flow of the presentation, let's stay focused. So, EI helps us in language acquisition, which is part of acquiring the language, not just learning the language. When you learn the language, you have to make an effort. And when you make an effort, the entire process and experience may not be enjoyable. That's the point I'm trying to get. Whereas AI can amplify that language acquisition by personalizing the experience and helping us to refine pronunciation, fluency, and comprehension skills. Isn't it great having a virtual tutor who can provide you with feedback 24/7, unlimited? This is how EI and AI come into play. In 2004, a group of scholars, they concluded that combining EI with AI creates a balanced learning environment where technology supports rather than replaces human element of language learning. And, at this point, I can make a kind of a declaration that you don't have to fear AI and all those upcoming new technology, high tech, because the high tech, the machines, the AI can never replace us human beings because we have our innate, natural edges, the advantages that are irreplaceable by any kind of machines. So, cut to the chase. When we try to incorporate EI strategies like EI components I've shown you, empathy, social skills, self-awareness, self-regulation, and motivation. What happens? That we create a kind of an environment where our students feel safe to practice speaking. This goes back to anxiety, one of the long-standing issues, that our students are anxious because They don't feel safe to practice speaking. And they can take risks, right? When the environment is conducive, when the environment is ideal, they are about to take risks. And eventually, they will build confidence. Like they'll have plenty of speaking opportunities. All of these is very well connected. So AI and speaking skills. I'm sure if I make this statement, you would agree with me that we can't fix the problems of today's with the solution of the past. I'm repeating this statement. We can't fix the problems of today with the solutions of the past. So we need innovative solutions, right? And AI actually provides us with that kind of innovative solution to common speaking challenges. One of which is we can get a real-time feedback from AI to enhance our learning experiences, which was reiterated by Godwin Jones in 2019. And I'm sure you might have used tools like Google Speech or Elsa Speak that can analyze pronunciation, fluency, and intonation, again, providing immediate corrective feedback. More AI in speaking skills. So I'm seeing all those wonderful people sitting there. I just ask you a direct question. If you think yes, would you please just raise your hand? Have you been using ChatGPT as a conversation partner? Let me see. Yeah, I can see some people raising their hands. Excellent. That means I'm not the, yes, Manoj Thakur. That means I'm not the only person who's been using ChatGPT as a conversation partner because there are some other AI tools that you can use as a conversation partner. And I'd like to talk a little more about adaptive learning platforms. What are those things? They're kind of a novelty. They are AI-driven systems that can help us to track the students' proficiency level as well as the amount of progress they made. And they can help us to ensure a targeted skill development. Let me put that into a context. Imagine you're teaching a student, a B1 level student, who lacks some specific, content-specific vocabulary in terms of environment. He doesn't know much about environment apart from air pollution, or he cannot use complex compound sentence structure, or in terms of pronunciation, the student struggles to pronounce certain words clearly. So what you can do is you can put that all into adapt to learning platform, which can come up with a specific, a targeted skill development for your students. And now I'll walk you through some of those innovative adaptive learning systems. The first one is Elsa Speak. It is great for individual learners aiming for accent reduction. Especially in places like Southeast Asia, people might struggle a bit in terms of accent reduction. And this AI tool, the adaptive learning system, is just great to help you in that regard. Speak AI. And this is great for learners who want a virtual speaking tutor. Yeah, we can have a personal, a human virtual tutor these days, like via Zoom, Google Meet, and all sorts of other platforms. But this is a machine replacing your human tutor, which is available 24/7 again. The next one is Fluent U, and this is great for visual and contextual learners. I can make a confession at this point. I am a visual learner. I love learning things by watching. And I can learn and I can memorize best when I see things. And I'm sure out there are many of your students, and including yourself, might be one of those visual learners. And Fluent U is just a great adaptive learning platform for the visual learners. The next one is Mondly, and it comes with augmented as well as virtual reality. It's great for immersive game-style speaking environment. Ladies and gentlemen, enough of talking. I want to show you something. I was referring to the fact that I'm a visual learner, right? So this AR video comes from one of the museums in Uzbekistan where a 15th century king, look, 15th century king comes to life and speaks in English. It's not his language, but thanks to the blessing and the facility that provides AI us with, now this becomes a reality that this 15th century king speaks to you and introduces himself. I hope the video will be audible.
Kiran Amir Timur Kuragan Ibn Muhammad Taragai Bakhodir. I was born on the 9th of April in 1336 in the settlement of Khoja Ilgar, near the town called Kent, today's Shahrisabz. My father, Amir Taragai, came from the family of Barsals. My mother, Tekina Hatun, came from the noble dynasty of Bukhara. In 1370, I rose to power in Samarkand.
Was it audible? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, what am I trying to say? Look, in this video, you've just seen AR, augmented reality, but there was no interaction with the king. And with Monly, you can actually have that interaction. It's AR coupled with interaction. And that would be awesome experience, isn't it? I wish I could interact few words with that 15th century king, but it was not possible. But with Monly, this is very much possible. So next in line is linguist. It is great for learners who want to boost speaking accuracy through vocabulary. I used to have some of those students who are just nuts about learning some really fancy words, academic words that are rarely used in everyday English. So this is specifically designed for those guys. And the next one is Duolingo, Duolingo Max. It's great for casual learners and gamified learning fans. This is very much related to that Mondly thing. Okay, so what are the benefits of AI? The role of AI in speaking skill development. As you have already seen through all the slides, AI can provide us with instant feedback, which is great for unlocking the speaking skills. It can also provide us with personalized learning experience. It can reduce anxiety. Why? Because we feel that human teachers can be biased at times towards us, especially if they had some problem with us. So, but AI never has problem with us. AI is just invisible kind of machine that doesn't recognize us unless we put a lot of information about us. And real life simulation. Like I asked a question, how many of you have been using ChatGPT as a conversation partner? And many of you raise your hands. And that speaks for itself. It's a real life simulation. So what happens when we try to combine EI and AI in reality? Take a look. So human connection for EI is high, for AI is low. Feedback, human EI is delayed because we're not available all the time, but AI is instant. Personalization, it's subjective. There is a human bias, human element, but AI is data-driven. And that data-driven can also be subjective, a question of impartiality. Anxiety reduction through motivation in EI, and AI is through anonymity. So like I said, you never know who's talking to you. It's just an invisible talking machine. Availability is limited and AI is 24/7. And when we combine EI with AI, look what happens. The entire learning experience becomes enhanced amplified, augmented. Isn't it great? This is actually, this table is an answer to all those tech mongering people saying, AI could replace us at some point in the future. No, never. There are human elements that are irreplaceable for eternity. You shouldn't be bothered by what AI can offer. And it may look like this. Like I said, I'm a visual learner, so I try to show you a lot of visuals, and this is how it looks. So you can see AI in the forefront and a human teacher in the background, but still in the same class. So working hand in hand. There's no problem. These are some of the practical AI tools for speaking enhancement. Yeah, you can just have a quick look. I don't want to restate the obvious. You're already familiar with all of them, if not most of them. And I want to just show you how VR-based speaking practice looks like in reality. That's how it is. You have cool VR headsets, and you have a robot tutor, and you can actually interact. The VR and a robot coming into connection, coming into play simultaneously. That's one of the blessings of AI to really transform our classes. Here are some of the prominent AI tools for speaking enhancement. I wonder if you can recognize any of those logos. You can just talk to people around you, next to you. And then in the coming slide, I'll show you their names. I'm sure you might have quickly, instantly recognized ChatGPT, OpenAI, right? So let me show you. So the first one was Elsa from left, top row, then ChatGPT, Speako, TalkPal, the bottom row, or AI, Google Cloud Speech, and Rosetta Stone. Have you used any of those? Raise your hands. Have you used any of those? Yes. Yes, I can see some people in the audience raising their hands. Wonderful. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, again, using AI and EI, trying to do something in your speaking classes is a tricky thing. It's a tricky business. Why? Because there's something that shouldn't be ruled out. That is the teacher's role in combining EI and AI. The teacher plays kind of a fine balancing act. There's a fine balancing act that the teacher does in terms of trying to monitor, trying to balance and manage all of that going on between EI and AI, which is why you as a teacher, as a human teacher, are irreplaceable because the machine can do that fine balancing act, which you can do. So the teacher can actually encourage emotional support while using AI feedback. Guide the students in self-reflection. The machine can never do that. The machine can never guide you in self-reflection. Balancing human interaction with AI-driven practice. Let me show you one activity which you can actually put into practice in your classes. This is an AI-assisted debate with AI-driven feedback. And what does it mean? There's actually lots of context and content generated by artificial intelligence, and the feedback is given by the human teacher. So again, we see both EI and AI working hand in hand. It's a beautiful collaboration and very productive, just like this. So what does research tell us about this? Over to research. Look at the study 1 and then study 2. They are backed up by research and evidence. And look at the impact. What is the impact? That there is a measurable improvement in students' speaking proficiency when we combine EI with AI. So what are the challenges? So there are so many challenges to consider. Look, I've been just trying to praise, I've been trying to eulogize AI as like, the most sacred thing. But AI comes with its drawbacks and potential threats as well, which we have to be aware of. And what are those? Clarity, context, tone, bias, prompt engineering, your contribution. For example, let me just pick one, tone. If you ask AI about this, for example, you can just go on to ChatGPT and say, "Hey, can you hear me? I want you to just shut down the door, just slam the door." And the AI's response would be, "Okay, fine." And when you ask AI, "Did I sound okayish?" The AI said, "Yeah, you sounded normal." The AI cannot recognize the tone. That's a tricky thing. And the AI is just data driven. And when you put the wrong data, the AI just comes up with something very, corresponding to the data you put in. So you need to clarify all the time. And that could be painstaking effort because you have to always work on your prompt engineering. You have to provide very specific, in-depth, detailed prompt, and which would be time consuming. These are some of the challenges to consider while using AI. There are some more challenges, such as over-reliance on technology. There was a Chinese student who was disqualified from his PhD studies in USA just because he had written his entire PhD thesis by using AI. So that guy was just overly reliant on technology, which cost him dearly. So, we have to be aware of some potential pitfalls. Data privacy concerns. The other day, I came across some really interesting a post on Facebook by someone on my circle of friends. And that person was so much elated and just on cloud nine, saying that, "Hey, I asked ChatGPT about the most innovative journals in Uzbekistan, and my journal came up on top of the list." And the person was just nuts about this information. And then, I took a moment to comment under the post. I said, "Hey, I can explain this to you. It's not that your journal is number one in Uzbekistan. It's because you put too much information into ChatGPT about your journal, because of which the ChatGPT just regurgitates the information back to you, and the ChatGPT became biased because ChatGPT recognized only your journal because you put a lot of information there." And when I explained it, she was like, she had a kind of a revelation open in front of her. She said, "Well, I never knew this." I said, "Well, now you know it." Yeah, there are so many interesting things about AI. Lack of emotional depth. And as you can see, the arrow pointing to this because I'm going to read something for you. This is my book. You can see Faris Zakbarov. It was published in USA this year, and it's live on Amazon. The Art of Teaching. If you go to the second part of the book, it is totally about how can AI shape the future of ELT. And if you go to page 63, I wrote something about the emotional side of learning. I'm going to read a paragraph for you. Language learning is deeply emotional. Students often face anxiety, fear of mistakes, and moments of frustration. While chatbots and virtual tutors can provide instant practice, they cannot replace the human warmth of a supportive teacher who knows when to encourage, when to push, and when to simply listen. I'm going to repeat those last three phrases. The chatbot The AI doesn't have the personal human warmth, and it doesn't know when to encourage, when to push, and when to simply listen. These are the traits of human being, and they are never replaceable. So what are the solution to all those challenges and ethical considerations? Then we need to combine AI with teacher-led discussions. You see, the teacher's role never gets diminished. It's always there. And one more solution is to co-create an AI policy with your class and to raise an awareness about ethical, responsible, and conscientious use of AI with your students. And that would be a kind of a solution to the ethical use of AI. Ladies and gentlemen, this is almost the end of my presentation. Actually, this is, I am used to more like interactive style presentation, which we didn't have a chance today. And that's why perhaps I came very quickly to the last slide. This is an AI generated image to just recap my entire presentation into one last message. And here it reads, don't work hard, don't teach hard, teach smart. And because of which, we need to work hand in hand with AI. I'll repeat my last message. Don't teach hard, teach smart. And because of which, we need to work hand in hand with AI. I think that is a lovely message. These are some of the references. I wonder if you can see them. This is quite exhaustive, never ending. And these are my contacts. You can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook. I have a YouTube channel with lots of wonderful teaching videos, and I'm a vlogger, YouTube vlogger. And next month, I'm going to Egypt for the grandest TESOL conference that is Nile TESOL. And there I'll be presenting exactly about vlogging and how to transform English classes through vlogging. You can subscribe to my Instagram page, and you can drop me a line if you wish on through my mailbox. And that's all. That's all about me. If you do have any questions, I'm ready to tackle all of them.
Thank you, Firoz. I sincerely appreciate your enlightening discourse, especially for heightening the emotional intelligence builds confidence, empathy, and audience connection, and how artificial intelligence supports speaking skills through tools like speech analysis, feedback systems, and virtual practice. The journey from emotional intelligence to artificial intelligence highlights how effective speaking skills combine human awareness with modern technology. EI builds the foundation, understanding, emotions, empathy, confidence, and audience connection, while AI enhances practice through tools like speech analysis, feedback system, and virtual coaching. Thank you, Firoz. Now, the house is open for questions, interaction, and even from the audience is willing to ask a question. Minu.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Loud
My
and clear.
question is, sir, how does AI help in anxiety reduction? Can you please tell us how will AI help in anxiety reduction?
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you very much for the question. I was expecting such wonderful questions, by the way. Like I said, when I showed you that the comparative table of information when EI and AI, components were put together, were blended just to maximize and enhance the productivity, and one of which was actually anxiety reduction. So the AI thing can actually be invisible and impartial, unbiased, unless you put the right information. But in most cases, for example, the students, they don't see who they are getting the feedback from, and they can actually, ask the AI tons of questions and ask for tons of feedback, and feels like, it is available 24/7. There seemed to be no problem like on a human level because like I said again, we tend to have some biased approach. If we had some issue with a certain student or a teacher or somebody, and we people, we tend to keep that in our memory for quite a long time, which may affect the decisions we make, the choices we make. So ultimately that would uh, lead to a very biased approach. And when there's no bias, when things are very straightforward and loud and clear, when things are available 24/7 with no strings attached, with no time limit, you know, that makes the interaction a lot more engaging and easy and laid back, and all of these experiences collectively that can add up to a low anxiety. Because I've been through those classes when I was a school kid. I I was through very stressful classes like math classes. My math teacher, for example, was a very biased man, and if by any chance he would have any problem with any students, he would just try to uh, reflect his bias in the midterm and final exam scores. How unfair is that? The teacher, instead of assessing the students' knowledge and skills, the teacher is trying to mix in that final assessment his own bias just because he had a bit of problem with the student. So the student, I had a very stressful and anxious classes all the way to grade 11 with that particular math teacher. And imagine what if I had a kind of a robot tutor, which is AI driven. I wouldn't run into that problem because AI would just take me as just, a normal thing that should be reflected on. AI would never say, okay, I had a problem with you, I had a problem with that, and I'll just keep that in my memory. And when the time comes for assessment, I'll just reflect that and I'll punish you. AI would never have that human part. And because of all those experiences, I try to bring up a very real experience from my own life that very, a lot of times we, human teachers, we cannot get rid of our bias, our human bias. And that complicates and affects the teaching and learning experiences. And because of one of the reasons, one of the foundational reasons why um, the anxiety is there in the classes. I hope I try to answer your question.
Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Hello.
Yeah, you're audible.
Good morning, Firoz.
Good morning.
I have one more question there with me,
Sure.
especially as a teacher. In a classroom where you have the native and the non-native speakers of English language, you should focus more on EI or AI.
Oh, that's such a lovely question and very thought-provoking. Yes, when you have both non-native and native, or students, so I'm trying to visualize that scenario where you have native and non-native. Is that really possible? Yeah, if it's an international school, yeah, that's very much possible. And I think even in that kind of combo, kind of combined class, you would have non-natives more drawn to the native level. So they would be very much fluent if they are studying, if they are paired with the native English speaking students. Because in practice, I never had this experience of teaching both native and non-native in the same class, unless if it is an international school. But I'm just trying to think. I think, oh, if you want me to choose either AI or EI, that would be a tough pick, to be honest, because as you saw through my presentation, I tried to show the balanced approach to harnessing the benefits of EI and AI. At no point I said, well, you have to go with AI or you have to go with EI. I tried to really provide a very balanced approach. And, judging by what I've shown you, I would say still it should be a very fine balancing act between EI and AI. If we have to get the best out of all those mixed class students. We're not talking about the level, we're talking about completely being native and non-native. Those are two different class of level of students, and it would be very hard to bring them together. And I'm just thinking AI could help me a lot in differentiating the content because it would take me ages to come up with something precise, differentiated, relevant, personalized. But AI, I think, would have tons of ideas because there's a massive amount of data put into AI across the globe. And I myself, as a sole teacher, can't ever access that much information, but AI can get me something very precise and personalized and differentiated out of all that mountain of information and like ocean of information. So, if you really want me to choose one, I would say I'm slightly inclined towards AI, but I would still try to, put my both feet on the both sides of AI and EI because we have to really approach the matter in a very balanced way. And the balanced way would be, like the last image, the human being and the AI like, working hand in hand to teach smart. And teaching smart would be teaching any kind of students, native, non-native, only natives, only non-natives, doesn't matter. Even as a non-native, I bet my bottom dollar you can go and teach natives by the help of AI because AI can come up with excellent, scaffolding and step-by-step clear plans, etc. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, sir. My question to you is that do you think over-reliance on these tools can weaken natural speaking abilities? Like how should we stop doing this and how should we tell our students to use AI?
Excellent. I love your question. Thank you very much. I was talking about all the benefits and advantages and pros and pluses of AI, but this lady came up with kind of, a very insightful question, reminding us that there are some potential dangers and pitfalls and threats out there. Yeah, we need to be cautious about those threats. Like I've shown in one of the slides, it was actually the top of the list. Over reliance on technology, over reliance on AI. Well, those adaptive learning platforms that I've shown, like Mondly, Elsa, Speak AI, Duolingo Max, etc., they are there to amplify, to augment our learning experience. We have to take it like that. And if you remember in the earlier slides, I've shown a group of scholars who came up with an idea, who came up with a conclusion saying, when we combine EI and AI, EI stands for human. When we combine those two, we can actually create a very holistic environment for the students where technology doesn't replace us, but rather supports us. So if we use the technology or AI tools in that way, with that mindset, I don't think we're going to over rely on technology. And in no way it is going to weaken our human capabilities like speaking, creative thinking, critical thinking, analytical thinking, communication skills, etc. So it just depends. It's a matter of using it conscientiously, ethically, responsibly, productively. That's my answer. Like if you are using AI in that way, in no way it's going to hamper your creative skills, your speaking skills. No way. So you are in charge of your learning experience. If you let AI take the control over you, that's what happens. Like you said, it's going to weaken your human skills. But if you don't let AI take control over you, then you are the master of AI because you created AI. You are the human being. You must be on top of AI, not AI on top of you.
Hello, Firoz. Thanks for your
Yes,
answer.
hello.
I also have a question for you.
Sure.
How can AI tools help improve our speaking skills without reducing our originality?
Oh, that's another wonderful question. Um, I to be frank, I know, truth to be told, I have been using some AI tools as a virtual conversation partner for a while, but I didn't have enough time to dig deeper and see what it can really offer. And you actually came up, you kind of put a finger on some kind of a gray area of the use of AI when things may lose its originality. Yeah, that's a wonderful idea. And you can do a whole bunch of research in that respect. And I'm also concerned about losing the originality because to me, AI at some point seems like it's just a robot trying to answer my questions robotically, not authentically or naturally, like human do. So uh, I'm also concerned about that originality. And it can be like I'm trying to refer to the previous question. It can be weakened or it can be even lost. Because these days, when you listen to various AI tools, the sound, the voice that comes from AI sounds really robotic and less human. Have you ever paid attention to the voice coming from ChatGPT or some AI tools? They're so robotic, they're so mechanical, and they're less human. They sound like less human to me. And when they speak like this, and what if the younger students, they try to listen, they try to interact with the AI tools, they would try to imitate and emulate the robotic speech, the robotic tone, the robotic pitch, rhythm. Like, will we have a kind of a crop of robotic youth going to speak English in a very robotic fashion in the 22nd century or so on? So that's actually a matter of research, I would say. You've raised a wonderful question. It's not just me answering your question in this session, but it's actually, I think that's a gray area that has to be explored. And thank you very much for raising that question.
Hello.
Hi,
Good morning, Firoz.
good morning.
And as the AI one question, as the AI works through data, you know, and AI knows the student better through data, and the
Yes,
student is getting a personalized content.
yes.
So I want to know, is the idea of a common classroom still meaningful?
Oh, that's another wonderful question. I suspect that you've just gathered all the people with wonderful questions into this room because all the wonderful questions are coming coming my way. So the common classes that we've been through as a kid, you, me, our elders, our seniors, I think they will exist. They will never, evaporate or disappear for good. They will not vanish. They will still exist, but they would be in a rather different form and shape and look and ways. By ways, I'm saying like hybrid, fully virtual, or semi-hybrid. Like we're having this session in a hybrid format. So the common classes that you've been referring to will exist, but they would be amplified, augmented, they would be transformed. Like I said, AI is never going to, transform it upside down. No, never. No, there could be some transformational changes, but I don't think it's going to truly revolutionize the common classes. Yeah, like in the past, we used to have just a blackboard with a chalk, and that was replaced later in 2000s with a smart board and a pen. The same two items, but they were changed. A chalk into a pen and a blackboard into a smart board. We still have those two things. So what did change? The experience, the learning and teaching experience changed. But the common class setting, I don't think it's going to change in the distant, in the like feasible future. I can't predict about the distant future, but in the feasible future, the common class would be there, but they would be just introduced into various transformations, novelties, and we have to, we have to take into account another factor that the world is huge, and not everybody is on the same page. We're talking about AI and the 21st century, like high-tech, enriched modern classroom, which is available in just few countries, not in so many countries. Look at India, Uzbekistan, I don't know, some Southeast Asian countries, Africa. A lot of countries are lagging behind in terms of classroom infrastructure. Yeah, AI is going to, do a lot of magic and wonder, but I think we need many more years to catch up with those ahead of us. Yeah, that's my response.
Hello, Firoz.
Hello.
There is one question in chat box. It is asked by Deepika Negi, and I'm going to read it out for you.
Sure. Thank you.
She's asking that people are depending on these tools, so I feel these are damning the plasticity of brain, risk factor of brain cancer. What are the strategy for our students and professional to use AI rationally?
Oh. Well, I believe limiting screen time would be the silver bullet, a quick fix, so to say. But using AI rationally, there were some cases in Australia, in the West, when the teenagers, the school kids were affected by the wrong advice by various AI tools, and which actually led to suicide. And then the authorities were concerned about, like you said, the rational use of AI. I don't know how it can lead to brain cancer, perhaps by overexposure to the screen. Yeah, that would affect your health, your eyesight. I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor. I don't know how far it can affect your brain and how it can cause brain cancer. But within my capacity as an ELT professional, within my domain, I can tell you that the best quick fix would be just limiting the screen time. I also suggest my own students from time to time to limit the screen time, especially on weekends. I tell them just, to disconnect themselves from the outside virtual world, not the real world, virtual world, and just come back to it on Monday at the start of the week, where your feeds would be crammed with likes, with notifications. And that would be nice just to spend 5-10 minutes to to scroll your socials and see what's there, or just use AI tools and etc. But in no way you should be like using it disproportionately. Yeah, I asked you a question. How many of you are using AI tools as a virtual conversation partner? Yeah, you can use it as virtual conversation partner, but you shouldn't be dragged to the virtual world or to the AI world. You should moderate. You should find a balance between uh, being in the real world and using AI tools rationally. Well, I think in the 21st century, one of the problems that I see quite prevalent among the teaching ecosystem is I think we need to raise a lot of awareness about the tech, about the AI tools, about how to use them responsibly, conscientiously, ethically, responsibly. Yeah, those brand new high-tech tools are coming into being in just in a jiffy. But we have to be very much concerned and careful about the way we're going to introduce them to our students before they get introduced by some third parties. And that's why the authorities like Australia, the US government, Canada, those big governments, they're suing the AI companies for, being kind of an intermediary and being a disruptor in terms of students' learning progress. And now those governments and authorities are trying to sue and trying to bring them to justice. Trying to ask them to take the responsibility for providing the mainstream AI tools as a safe platform for all ages, especially for the students who are quite volatile and vulnerable and sensitive psychologically. Yeah, that's my take.
Thank you, Firoz. I feel the conversation with Firoz is endless. Firoz, on behalf of the principal and Department English of Government College Solar in Himachal, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, Firoz.
Thank you very much.
Our next key speaker is Dr. Azra Tahizi. Dr. Azra Tahizi?
Yes, hi.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. It is our privilege to welcome Dr. Azra Tahizi. She's from an university in Iran, and she has been teaching English language there. She has extensively worked in the field of integrated learning in the English language and has presented lectures on many international platforms. The title of a paper is When Knowledge Thinks Back, the Globalization of Reflexive AI in Multidisciplinary Research. May I request Dr. Azra Tahizi to kindly begin your address. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much for having me here, and sorry for my internet connection issues. I am late and I will share my slides now. I hope now is visible.
Yes. Azra, you are visible. You are very much visible.
Okay. As you mentioned, my topic is My topic is reflexive AI in multidisciplinary research in higher education. And overview of AI technologies. AI encompasses a range of technologies, including machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision, contributing uniquely to the unique to the research landscape. Importance of AI in modern research. AI enhances research efficiency, accuracy, scalability, enabling researchers to process vast amounts of data, derive insights that were previously unattainable. Objectives of this presentation is to explore the transformative role of AI in higher education research, highlighting tools, methodologies, future trends. In this section, we will delve into the foundation aspects of AI technologies are reshaping higher education research. We will explore the various forms of AI, such as machine learning, natural language processing, discuss their significance in enhancing research capabilities. Furthermore, we will outline the objectives of the presentation is to provide comprehensive overview of how revolutionizing research methodologies and practicing in higher education. AI is reshaping how complex academic questions are formulated, analyzed, translated into actionable insights across disciplines. In higher education research, AI no longer functions merely as computational aid. It operates as an epistemic partner, augmenting theory building, accelerating pattern detection, enabling cross-domain synthesis at scales previously unattainable. This shift demands new methodological literacies, digital literacies, ethical framework, collaborative research cultures capable of integrating domain expertise with advanced machine intelligence. AI catalyzes a move from isolated disciplinary datasets toward integrated multimodal research ecosystem context, linking linguistics data with social behavior trends, learning analytics, biosignals, or policy archives. Machine learning models reveal latent structures, emergent relationships that traditional statistical approaches often overlook, supporting hypothesis generation, real-time inquiry cycles. The role of researchers expand from analysis to orchestrators of human AI knowledge co-production, requiring critical understanding of model interpretability, bias auditing, and responsible innovation. This transformation positions higher education institutions as laboratories for advanced interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary discovery, where AI serves both as methodological amplifier and a catalyst for research paradigm shifts. Current AI tools and technologies, exploring the landscape of AI solutions, overview of popular AI tools, key AI tools like Google AI, Grammarly, and Quillbot are widely adopted in research for their robust capabilities in data processing and analysis. Applications in research, these tools are utilized for various applications, including data mining, predictive modeling, and automated literature reviews, significantly enhancing research productivity. And real-world examples of institutions, universities have used tools to streamline processes. As we move forward, we examine the current landscape of AI tools. Technologies are making waves in higher education research. We provide overview of popular tools applications, showcasing how they facilitate various research activities and we present studies that highlight successful implementation and impact on research outcomes. Conceptual framework. AI as epistemic partner reshapes academic inquiry from a tool of analysis to co-constructor of knowledge. This is when we say knowledge back, and it enables hybrid epistemologies where human theoretical insight interacts with machine driving pattern discovery, generating new research logics in multi-dimensional high complexity domain. AI introduced epistemic augmentation. Researchers shift from manually inspecting data to orchestrating model driving exploration. Knowledge formation becomes iterative human intuition, machine inference loops. Multidisciplinary research benefits because AI can reconcile heterogeneous theoretical frameworks, datasets, and this conceptualization requires understanding AI not as automation but as an intelligent collaborator in theory building. Impact of AI on research methodologies. Transforming the way research is conducted, changing data collection methods. Reflexive AI technologies enable automated data collection from diverse sources, enhancing the breadth and depth of research data available to scholars. AI-driven analysis techniques, advanced algorithms allows for sophisticated, complex data analysis and uncovering pattern insights that traditional methods may overlook. Ethical considerations in AI research. The integration of AI raises important ethical questions regarding data privacy, consent, the potential of algorithmic bias in research findings. In this segment, we explore how AI is fundamentally altering research methodologies, discuss the shift in data collection methods facilitated by AI, allows researchers to analyze data more efficiently and examine data. AI-driven analysis techniques provide deeper insights, complex data sets, and with these advances come ethical considerations must be addressed to ensure responsible research practices. Methodological innovations in multidisciplinary AI research. AI expands methodological boundaries by integrating multimodal evidence, accelerating hybrid discovery, enabling adaptive research pipelines that respond dynamically and not fixed and to emerging data patterns. Methods now span deep learning, NLP, graph analysis, time series modeling, and multimodal fusion. AI creates opportunities for continuous inquiry where hypotheses evolve as models uncover latent relationships. Interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary projects use shared data architectures, enabling link analysis across the cognitive, behavioral, linguistic, and institutional dimensions. Challenges include reproducibility, model interpretability, negotiating methodological standards across fields. Enhancing collaboration through AI, fostering teamwork in research, AI tools for collaborative research, platforms like Mendeley leverage AI to facilitate collaboration among researchers, streamlining their sharing resources, findings, improving communication. Among researchers, AI-driven communication tools enhance interaction and knowledge sharing, breaking down barriers, fostering a collaborative research context. Examples of AI-enhanced teamwork highlight how AI tools have improved project management, collaboration, leading to more effective research outcomes. Collaboration is a cornerstone of successful research. AI is playing a pivotal role in enhancing teamwork among researchers, and also various AI tools designed to facilitate collaborative research efforts, improving communication, resource sharing, and there are examples of these collaborative tools for classes and evaluation of research writing in higher education. For generations, academic research and writing have been founded on well-defined methodologies, intellectual depth, strong emphasis on originality. Scholars traditionally devoted extensive time to collecting data, critically evaluating texts, constructing arguments through literature reviews, empirical studies. This traditional approach required long hours in libraries, referencing primary sources, engaging in scholarly discourse. However, introduction of AI has significantly altered this process. AI-powered tools like ChatGPT, Grammarly, Quillbot now assist in drafting, refining, analyzing academic content. These tools can efficiently scan extensive databases, locate relevant studies, and suggest citations, reducing the time researchers spend on literature reviews. While AI enhances productivity, it also raises crucial concept. How much involvement should AI have in academic writing? How can universities ensure that AI use does not undermine originality, creativity, and intellectual integrity or authorship? I think I should go concluding works because of time is flying. There are many things to say, but I summarize. Future trends in AI and higher education research, emerging technologies on the horizon, innovations such as quantum computing, advanced neural networks are set to further enhance AI capabilities in research. Predictions for AI's role in research. Experts predict that AI will become increasingly integral to research processes, driving efficiency, innovation across disciplines. Preparing for future of researchers, universities must adapt to this change by investing in AI training infrastructure to remain competitive in evolving research landscape. Enhancing AI for smarter research. Summary of key insight. The integration of AI in research offers numerous benefits, including enhanced efficiency, collaboration, data analysis capabilities, and strategies for integrating AI in research. Researchers should adopt a proactive approach to AI integration, focusing on training, collaboration, ethical considerations, and researchers are encouraged to embrace AI technologies, explore innovative applications to advance their work and impact. AI continues to transform research writing in higher education. It is clear that AI tools can significantly enhance productivity, improve efficiency, support more inclusive, personalized, globalized learning contexts, and however, it is essential to integrate AI responsibly to ensure that core values of academic integrity, originality, critical thinking are preserved. And thank you very much for your attention. Because of time, I had to summarize the comprehensive the AI topic. Thank you very much. If any question?
Greetings, ma'am. Since we are talking about using AI tools in our research work, can you further elaborate the precautions while using the same?
Yes, sorry, I couldn't hear well because of disconnection. May you repeat question again?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Since we are talking about using AI tools in our research work, can you
Yes,
further
yes.
elaborate the precautions using the same?
Yes, all of us as educators use many tools in our research in our classes to as we say to do smarter research, such as Grammarly, Quillbot. We use Google Slides and Google platforms, Gemini, many ChatGPT, and some tools that we don't know that are AI. And we use all. We can use Gemini for producing image in our classes, and we can use ChatGPT for providing resources for us, but we should be aware of ethical issues of all these tools, and we should train our students and our learners that they should be aware of ethical issues, that how they use properly.
Thank you, ma'am.
My pleasure.
Madam, I want to ask a question.
Yes.
Has the use of AI in various research methodologies improved the standards of research in general?
Yes, AI has two sides. AI has benefits and challenges in research. AI, we should know how to use AI to have benefits for us, and if we should use AI by proper guidelines in the best way, it will our research work will be smarter, and without spending more time, and but we should balance our knowledge and AI knowledge, and our expertise and AI expertise. And if both are balanced, then our work has no issue.
Thank you so much, Azra, for your valuable insights. We from Government Degree College Solon, thank you for sparing your valuable time. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am. Next speaker, we have Dr. Vishnu Gopan. It is my privilege to introduce him. He's a distinguished academician and an accomplished scholar in the field of commerce and management. Dr. Vishnu Gopan is currently serving as Professor of Commerce in NSS College in Kerala. He holds an MCom, MPhil, and PhD degrees in commerce with academic specialization spanning finance, marketing, taxation, and higher education governance. With over a decade of teaching and academic experience, Dr. Gopan has made significant contribution to curriculum development and institutional policy. He is an elected Senate member of the University of Kerala, a member of the four-year undergraduate program curriculum committee, and a certified master trainer for FYUGP, actively involved in shaping contemporary higher education frameworks. His research interests include financial management, digital marketing, forensic accounting, and curriculum innovation, reflecting a strong alignment with interdisciplinary and technology-driven academic practices. We are honored to have him here with us. Now, sir, kindly take over. I request you to please.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am? Am I
Vishnu,
visible?
yes, Vishnu, you're audible.
Yeah, I'll share my PPT first of all. Thank you. Just a minute. I mean, is it my presentation is visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah, thank you. So, good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Vishnu Goban. And first of all, I would like to express my thanks to the team for organizing particularly a workshop or conference in this theme. It's one of the popular or prominent theme which is arising world, that is AI. And once again, thankful to the whole team, especially to Sneha ma'am, as well as Minu ma'am, as well as the principal, the whole team, for inviting me as a keynote speaker for this session. Thank you, ma'am. Namaste. So, as the whole theme on this presentation is AI, and I have actually selected, or I would like to present on AI in research. The particular sub-theme is AI in research. And I would like to call this session on this the title as Accelerating Research and Innovation with AI. But before going into the presentation, I would like to give one excuse or disclaimer that, the time when we are speaking now, a lot of new AI apps are coming. And, in 2020, we know about ChatGPT only, and we did everything on ChatGPT. For myself, I'm telling. And in our places, ChatGPT is considered as only a tool in that 2020, 21, 22 time. And days passes. I think now the chat GPT is going down its importance, right? And a lot of other AI applications, especially Google, Gemini, Windows Copilot, and a lot of Perplexity, a lot of other, these are the common famous AI application which we are actually using. So these applications getting more importance than chat GPT, and even chat GPT is not going down. I'm completely not saying that, but the only ChatGPT was the only AI application which we were known in 2020, 23. But now a lot of other tools are coming. Okay, right. So here in this session, I would like to introduce. It's not introducing. I just want to say some of the AI tool which will be accelerating or useful for our research work, and might be it's from my side because I did based on my journey or my experiences. You may know other AI tools or advanced tools. Sometimes my tool might be means an outdated one. So kindly excuse me. That's only one disclaimer I just want to tell at the beginning. Is it my presentation is moving, ma'am?
Yes, sir, it's moving.
I have. Yeah, okay, thank you. So I have moved to the second slide. That is, what is it? Yeah, okay, thank you. So I just want to ask to the audience that what is the potentiality of an AI in current situation, because we are dealing in this scenario. So I want to ask the whole audience or the whole team members that what is the potentiality of an AI? Because I want to share one of the quotes of a famous American computer scientist, Roy Mara. He once said that we tend to overestimate the effect of a technology in a short run and underestimate the effect in a long run. I will tell you, because we are living in a short run of AI. Actually, we are almost.
Vishnu, I would like to interrupt. You have ample of time. You can share.
Sure. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Sure, ma'am. Thank you. So, we are actually in a situation where we are actually overestimating the effect of technology, just like AI. But actually, what is actually happening is, just imagine the condition of a mobile phone which we are using into the 90s, because at that time mobile phones are mainly used for calling, and just we are doing some basic functions like calculations, or sometimes we'll do some games and all. But later onwards, camera has been introduced, and the whole phone is the replica or replaced by, actually a particular PC has been replaced by a mobile phone that we have witnessed, right? And in case of all the technology, we have seen like that. So this is actually the starting of an AI. And what AI actually doing is, this is, we are actually now speaking AI as just a tool or a feature, just like a feature of computer or feature of a Google, that through artificial intelligence we will get a lot of information, or we can shorten our work. But it is not actually in case of in future. We are expecting AI becoming, artificial intelligence is going to be the everything we are doing, it's based on AI. That is the thing which we are actually happening. That is, in the next decade, AI become the infrastructure. So we are talking about that tool. Okay, so just the we can see the fundamental transmission from of AI, because earlier AI was just a proving potential, but now it is demonstrating expert level proficiency. No? They can you that is just, it is not mimicking human patterns. Now AI becoming solving complex multi-step professional problems. Okay, I have shared one of the result of this AI index, that is Google proof question and answer QA performance. It showed 48.9 point increase in AI from 2020 to 24. That means many business are using now AI above than human expert level. No, that is 48.9%. I think this is not, I'm going detail into that, but this is one of the maximum figure that a particular system can get. Okay, so now this AI is not becoming just as a tool or a feature, it's going beyond that. And another important, just going on, this is MMU, massive multidiscipline multi-model understanding. And in that criteria, now AI is not see as just as a see and reason. Actually, now AI can do interpret college level diagrams. If you show a diagram, they can do it. If you give a particular questions, they can do it. They can do chemical reactions. So this is the actually transformation actually AI is happening. And the tremendous change, actually what happened is in software engineering excellence in 2023, approximately 4.4 percentage real world software engineer tasks. Now around 70 percentage of software are doing by this AI. Video creation, Sora app, you have know, we have seen many videos, we are doing these realistic videos we have seen. That was not realistic videos. Actually, all these are created by AI. So AI capacity to handle genuinely complex professional grade challenges nowadays. So again, I want to repeat that concept that AI, artificial intelligence, is no longer just a feature or a tool. Now it becoming one of the infrastructure. In next decade, AI will become the infrastructure, just like electricity, just like all these things which the components which we are using now as infrastructure. AI will become one of the infrastructure. This is, I want to share, this is a graphics or a data which given by FDA, US Food and Drug Administration. In 1995, the number of medical devices used by AI in 1995 it's nearly one or two only, and by 2012 it's around 3 to 6. And now 2023, the medical application used by AI has increased up to 223. You know, because simply we can say a human can interpret a medical condition of another person, because that is can't do by a person, because machines only detect some signals only, and human can interpret. That is the simple way. Because for example, when we go to a physician and when we give him our blood work result, and he can see the blood work and he can say, okay, your blood diabetic is very high, your pressure is very high, and he will interpret with our medical condition. So just result is only we are having, and interpretation is done by a doctor. But nowadays AI can do that. AI can do a lot of surgical things they can do, interpretation they can do. So now the AI is becoming one of the important device, or even in stock exchanges, interpretation of share movements. AI can be used by many of the stockbrokers are doing that. So in many fields now AI actually using, and this is the graph is showing the percentage of AI used by business organizations, and you can see around 78 to 70, 71 to 78 percentage of business nowadays are using different types of AI tools in their business. This is one of the important data given by McKinsey & Company Survey 2024. Okay, so coming back to just only introduction I just want to tell. And I hope Firoz sir also mentioned this term, prompt engineering. This is one of the important term of prompt engineering. Engineering we know, but prompt engineering, this word is getting much importance in nowadays, because if we are having any number of AI tools, any number of sophisticated AI tool we are having, that is not a matter. Because when we want to use that AI technology in most efficient way, we need to prompt, because prompt means how we are giving the structure of the thing which we have to get it. Just like we have seen a lot of videos, I have already mentioned Sora videos. I have seen one person is diving with a cat in his head, around his head. So that means how this is happening. This is actually not happening with the real world, but by using AI technology, people are creating these types of realistic videos. So how they are creating, they are prompting what they are want. So that is actually the secret behind good AI. Current days, the good AI creations are based on prompt engineering. There are a lot of courses are actually going on how to prompt or how to give instruction to an AI what you have to create. So that should be very clear. It should be very short and based on the AI. I think we people are using this programming or creating image generation. Now we are also using this Gemini banana. You can create lots of videos or pictures using banana. So first we have to insert one picture and we will say change the background. Or change the dressing, change the dress code. So how we are interpreting this is called prompts, and this prompt engineering is also now getting more popular nowadays, because that is a secret behind the success of any AI. Okay, so this is what somewhat I am covering with the introduction part, but let me tell you, I'm more focusing on research and innovation with AI, and within the time period which I'm getting, I'm trying to introduce, or I just to discuss some of the research tool, AI tool, which we are using nowadays for using research. And basic, I think you guys know almost all the tools which we are using. And anyhow, I just want to tell you these are the main or successful AI tools which we are using nowadays. Okay, so before going into the introduction of AI tool, I just want to give what are the basic functions which we are actually doing through this research work. First, anyhow, in any research, for example, it might be social science research or scientific research. These three parts normally every research may have, right? First one is literature discovery, then comprehensive enhancement and responsible implementation. So in this part, how we are using AI for literature discovery, and the second one is through experiments and analysis, interpretation for finding how we are using AI. That is called comprehensive enhancement. And the last one is how we are. There are a lot of privacy protections, transparency, plagiarism related issues are there. So responsibly, how we are using this AI technology. So these three factors is very important in AI research tool, because AI doesn't means that you are simply sitting and you're in a cushion and you're giving some prompt and the AI giving a lot of information. You just cut, copy, paste. That is not a responsible implementation. We can use AI responsibly. So how we are using AI? Because we are using AI not to do our work in a shortcut way. We are using AI for using our work in a more smarter way as well as more advanced way. That is the point which I have to focus. Okay, so just see this one in older concepts. For example, in Google, just for example in literature review, I hope majority of participants are from social science. Anyhow, in any research also we need a lot of literature work to get set for our research, right? So that is a primary stage that is called literature review. So earlier times, or when I am doing research, or many people, many of you are doing research, what we are doing is we will search many, we just in Google we will just type the data we need. For example, inflation. I'm a commerce person, just mentioning inflation. So my research might be relating to inflation. So I will type research, or in Google Scholar, I will tell research, and I will get hundreds of data relating to inflation. But I don't know whether it is relevant or not. I have to get into in each papers and I have to read thoroughly, or even abstract also I will read. Then only I will conclude that whether it is needed or not. But this takes around 6 months time. Normally 6 months is the time which was normally given for a research literature review work. But how we can use this, or we can reduce the time for literature review? By use of AI, just like cloud, or there are a lot of specialized AI literature review tools which we are going to discuss now. Just giving the prompt and we will get all the data which is relevant to our research work. We can use directly, that is we can simply use it. So review hundreds of titles or hundreds of papers, just go through this AI and we can simply do this. Okay, so again I want to remind you a critical warning. AI functions are a copilot, not an autopilot. Okay, that means it is just a supportive measure and not we are using it for just to simply copy and paste. Okay, that is very important. Again and again, I am reminding that. So these are the 4 areas which we are going to discuss in this presentation. That is, first one is discovery and mapping. Second one is, that is finding relevant literature, how effectively we have to find out relevant literature review for our research. Second one, reading and synthesizing, getting the data, how we have to read it, because there are a lot of data which might be we are not much familiar, or we have to get some, for example, balance sheets are there. Sometimes we have to read that balance sheet. Some complex graphs are there, or pictures might be there. So how we are getting information, that is the second one. And third one is how we are analyzing our data, or spreadsheet statistical analysis. We are using a lot of analysis for our research data, correlation, just like statistical related, how we are doing that with AI. Last one is how we are presenting our data or writing our data. So these are, I think these are the four major areas or pillars of a research work. And in these 4 areas we can use very successfully, we can use AI tools for that. First one, I want to go discovery and mapping, or finding relevant literatures, mapping the field of literature. And here I will tell you 2 important AI tools, that is Research Rabbit and Lit Maps. Okay, in most of the cases, I heard majority of research scholars in Kerala. I am from Kerala, and Kerala universities students are mostly using these 2 AI tools for getting. But I don't know. Sometimes you people may know other lot of other datas are there, or tools may have, but these tools are using effectively in Kerala. So I just quoting these 2 AI tools, that is Research Rabbit and Lit Maps. And this Research Rabbit and Lit Maps actually working on the base of a spider web network. And what is a spider web network? We will discuss that practically. I will show you how to do that. Just a minute. Sorry. Yeah. And this is actually Research Rabbit. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's
Thank you.
visible.
Yeah. This is Research Rabbit. This is actually one of the important tools which we are using for literature review, or searching the literature. Okay. Anyone, please tell me anyone if you need a particular literature on a particular subject, you can quote. I will check on this. Because I'm a commerce person, my selection will be always from commerce side.
Forensic accounting, sir.
Yeah, sure, sir. Okay, so I'm searching for a journal from forensic accounting. And one more thing I want to tell you, these are the free versions. I'm using for free versions, but paid versions are there and that will act more accurately. Okay, so you can see literature reviews. So you just find, sometimes you may find this is almost same as Google Scholar, but it is not same as Google. So that what I'm showing here. See, these are the article which relating to forensic accounting, and when I click on this article, I can see the right side, I can see the abstract, and simply I can read the abstract, whether if it is okay, I can save it to a folder, because here, first of all, I have created one international conference folder is there. So just like what is the topic of your research or the subtopic, you can create each folders and you can just transfer it. Just like you have heard about Soltera, just like you can do it. And another important thing is, just coming into the bottom of this page, you can see a dive deeper on this article. And when click on this, you can see how many persons or how many references are there in these topics. And clicking on each topics, you can go to similar topics which relating to each. So that means when you select a particular area, and very easily you can move to the other topic which familiar to other topics by clicking on this, and all the article you can find on the area is very easy for here. So just like you don't need to review hundreds of journal, just go to a particular topic, and when you click on that topic, you can see each areas on that particular topic itself, and you can see how many references are there in the bottom, and you can see how many citations are there, everything in one page itself. So this will save you a lot of times in review of literature. So this is one of the important tool, and again I'm telling you, this is only a free version. In case if you're serious or you are comfortable with Research Rabbit, please just take a paid version and you'll get more options. And there are a lot of due to time span, I'm not going detail into this, but this is one of the effective tool which can be used for review of literature. And same this Research Rabbit, another important thing is Lits Map. This is Lits Map, same just like Lits Map, this is also working in same situation. Again, I'm searching that same topic, that is forensic accounting. Simply click on that. So this is another platform, both are working on that spider network type, but the layout is might be different. See, again, there is another important article called 2020 Forensic Accounting. 77 references are there and 27 citations are there. So you can easily go to each and one, and it is simply saying that most of citation might be the most demanding journal, and you can do that. And same that click on that link, you can go in detail into each research, and you can get the PDF here. You can get the PDF here. You can even link with Sotera when you are going with paid version. Okay, so these two AI tools are using enormously using in our place for research review. And another thing, if you're having a particular PDF or a particular journal, you can even simply import here and this AI will search accordingly to that particular. For example, if you are searching on lotteries, my area will be has lottery. So lottery is very rare subject. So you just put a PDF or a journal on lotteries into this tab, and this will search basically almost same article you will get based on that the particular document which you have uploaded. So these two AI tools are very useful in case of literature review. I hope you guys are comfortable or understand these topics. Okay, shall I move to other topic? Again, I'm telling this is not actually I'm not teaching how to detail, because that is a very vast area, but just introducing these are the major tools which you can use for review of literature. And if you're comfortable, just try it, and if you're same with my opinion, you can do it your research work very easily. Okay, so this is called this is discovery and mapping or finding literature review. I'm suggesting or two important AI apps that is called Research Rabbit and Lit Maps. This work on spider web network have shown how it's actually working. Okay, then coming back to second one. Next one is next is evidence extraction from, with AI power. For example, if you are getting 50 research papers and you don't know how these data are good or not, or you are confusing or doubting about the result of a particular journal, then you can use elicit.com. Elicit is also another AI tool which are actually used for getting evidence synthesis. That is actually the term which we are using. It is evidence synthesis, and most of the cases social sciences, this type of research is not actually going on, because in social science research we are actually doing social research work. But in case of scientific research, this elicit can be used very vastly in our area. So elicit sorry this is elicit. This is also same as literature review, just like that, same structure is there. And here I'm going about auto management. Just I need paper relating to water management. I'm going much into the scientific paper, in search of scientific paper. So again, say you will get papers relating to water management or scientific papers, especially scientific paper we are more focusing, and rainwater harvesting and our process of water management. Just click on this and you'll get the details about that water management, that paper, and you can even add into the library. Then you can chat with this paper. If it's a paid version, you can ask questions to these papers and you'll get the correct answers which actually you need in search of your study or this thing. You can use this. So these three are actually using for in search of research work or literature review, and this elicit is particularly used by scientific students. Social science can be used earlier to lit maps as well as research rabbit, and especially scientific research scholars can use this elicit. This is particularly for scientific data search. Then another important one of the important search engine for scientific truth is Consensus. Actually, I'm always recommending this app because this is one of the wonderful application or AI tool which used by many of the researchers, even scientific as well as social science. That is called Consensus. You know what is an important feature of Consensus? In Consensus, there is a consensus meter is there. This is one of the important highlight of consensus meter. For example, again, I'm asking one question. Okay, and what I'm asking is, for example, what is it AI good for the society? This is my question. I'm asking a question. This is AI is good for the society. I'm click on this. So this is a question I'm asking. I'm not searching for any data. Simply, I'm just prompting a question, and this consensus will go into in detail. And this is not just like as Google answers. Simply, a person can say anything. Okay, it is not like that. It is very scientifically the search engine will go into each article, and based on the result from each data, they are telling whether it is not or it is good or not. And I'm already mentioned a consensus meter, right? So this is a meter. So from this meter, simply I can say it's a mixed answer, because majority article, there is no article who it is saying it is beneficial or not beneficial. So there is no positive, there is no negative. Majority articles, around 11 articles are there. All articles are mentioned that it is a mixed opinion, and this is the crux or the summary of this article. And again, just there is a all detail. When we click on the all detail, we can get all the details of the article and see this result was actually came from Q1 average journals, result of Q1 average journals. 19 articles are mentioned. These are the article. Individually we can go into this article, because simply earlier we need to go into 19 articles and then only we can get the conclusion. But here, based on the overall, this AI giving a conclusion. Okay, you can also ask some other questions and they will give very scientific answers for your questions. And this is also considered as one of the important tool for your research, because this is using AI scientifically. We will get a lot of answers. And this consensus meter is also another important. There are a lot of functions are there for this consensus, because here there is an option called filter option is there, and through filter option we can can see the filter option, and when clicking on this filter option you can simply select only there are all articles are there. I need only Q4 articles are Q4 article only. So I just click on Q4 and I can give the time limit from 2022 to 25. I need recent data I need, and apply filter. And based on the filter, I will get those articles which satisfy my filter. And only 2 articles are actually satisfying my criteria. So just like this, you can search for any data, especially scientific data, and simply ask questions. And based on scientific research, you will get scientific answers. That is the importance or the main highlight of this application. So everyone, I am always recommending Consensus app. This is one of the important tool for research. And again, this is a free version I'm using, but if you're interested, you can use the paid version. In paid version, you'll get a lot of other options are there, especially for research. You get a lot of other options are there. So coming back to next. So these are consensus meter, and I have give you one example here. See, I have searched for does creatine cause hair loss? And again, I got a lot of answers, but again, it's mentioned that 70% reported no, 30% remain inconsistency, and 0 confirm that the claim. So this is the result. So from lot of just giving one question, and from enormous amount of data, it will filter and it will give what the data which we need. So this is one of the synthesis tool, as well as hypothesis validation is also possible with the help of this AI tool. Consensus, which is very important. Okay, then another important is cite.ai. This is intelligent citation analysis. Simply, I think this might be used by many of the persons. Just I will show it. This is cite again. Forensic accounting. I'm giving, and simply you can citation very effectively. You can cite or reference you can do from this site very easily. Only I am having only one free prompt left because this is a paid version. See, I'm not. So based on this will act almost same as Google Scholar, because they will give a lot of details which relating to the prompt which you have given, and simply just copy. I can use that citation very easily. Okay, so in much detail I'm not going into this website. It's very easy, and these are the major advantage which we can use. Supporting citation we will get, and we can mention citations, and very easily we can get the paper which relating to our area, and the citation references, the references structure or style which we are using, MLS style or any other style which you need. All these things this cite.ai will give you. So this is an intelligent citation analysis AI tool which is used by many of the research scholars. Okay, so currently we have used 4 major tools: Research Rabbit, Elicit, Consensus, and Cite. All these 4 AI tool has its own advantages as well as its own priorities, and you can use all these AI tool as which is required for your research work. Then, and next is Otter.ai. This is actually a mobile application, and it won't work in computers. So I will show you how this is working only, because it won't work in computers. This is actually see, this is actually a recording AI application. For example, when you are in a meeting, for example, currently in this conference, if you open this otter.ai application and the resource person is speaking, or if you are listening to a lecture and just simply open this will record the voice and convert it into meaningful notes. So that is very easy for the college students or lecture notes listening students, because very easy you can simply, and it's having more than 100 languages are there. Even in any language the speaker is speaking, simply that will convert that particular matter into notes. So it's very easy for a particular research scholar or a person or anybody. You can get notes from a particular person, just use this Otera. And mostly this is a mobile application, and you need to go install this Otera from Play Store or App Store, and this will work. And again, this is also a paid version, but free versions are also there. And in website we can only get simply just a minute. This is turn conversations into insight. This is the site, and you can install it in your mobile phone, and that will work. So conversations into minutes, or in case simply in a minutes you are sitting and you are the person who need to write the minutes, and just simply open this app, and after the minute simply you will get the whole minutes after the meeting. So that is the important advantages of this app. Again, coming back to next application, that is called DeepL, and that is also, I'm just want to mention, this is DeepL is a translation software. DeepL is a translation software, because you are much familiar with Google Translator, right? We can translate any language, for English from to Hindi, or Hindi to Marathi, Marathi to Bengali, Malayalam, any language we can do. But there, Google Translate is having some limitations. For example, locally available phrases, idioms, the Google Translate won't understand, and simply they will translate it. It can be a funny word, like, but this DeepL agent AI knows very local languages, and even if you don't know any particular language what they are speaking, just open this app. This app will detect which language it is. For example, if you don't know Marathi and I don't know Marathi, it looks like every North Indian languages are Hindi. That is a major advantage. I know Hindi, but simply all these language looks same. So I felt even Marathi and Bengali are same for me. So in case if I am in Maharashtra, I can simply open this app. One person is speaking, definitely this app will detect, and this is called Marathi. And in which language I need to convert, simply this will convert. So this is also another important tool, especially for language students, because in case if you are dealing in particular language and you have to travel some other places and you have to make a conversation with another person or get notes from other person, sometimes they will speak in their own colloquial language or mother tongue, and simply this application will convert into, and not going simply doing it. You can try by yourself. This is free version is there, and paid version is also there, but this can used as free version because this is widely used by many of the research scholars for their research work. And another thing, so we are coming to the third section, that is quantitative analysis. There I'm suggesting Julius AI. One of the important tool is Julius AI. It is used for data analysis, especially data analysis. And in case if this, by using this AI, if you are uploading a particular spreadsheet or a PDF document which include a lot of charts, diagrams, or balance sheet or mathematical like calculations, and you don't know how to interpret that, just simply upload it. This will do it with there is a platform with Python code that will execute in the background, and simply they will give the result. And we have a trial on this Julius app. Yeah, see, this is a Julius app. So I just want to know the correlation between, for example, here I want to know the correlation between two factors. For example, in commerce, sales and marketing. Marketing is two important factors which is interrelated, and we are normally we are expecting that if a marketing activity is increased, then the sales gradually sales can also be increased because advertising increases, sales increases. This is the normal thought which we are actually having. But I want to check the relation between this marketing and sales. I don't know the methodology or statistical tool. I don't know. Simply what I'm doing is I'm having the data because the expenses which I have spent on marketing I'm having, and the actual sales data is also having in a spreadsheet. So I will show you the spreadsheet first of all. A sample spreadsheet I have created for this purpose. This is not an authentic data, just for experiment purpose I have created this. Okay, so this is the Excel sheet. Ma'am, am I taking more time? Just I will. Is it okay? Comfortable? You can at any time you can say stop. I will stop. Okay. So simply, please.
So your
Here-
screen is
here-
visible and it's moving. It's completely moving for us and we can view it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. So please look into the screen and have created around 50 entries relating to marketing. So marketing expenses is 1,245 and the result of sales is 5,420. So simply we can see there is relation because when the marketing expenses has increased, the sales has also increasing. But this is only a random or sample data. I just uploading. I want to find out whether there is correlation or not. Okay, so statistical calculations, all of you know, and just uploading the file. Just uploading the file. Yeah, the data is there. So my question is, please. Sales. Okay, I have given that. Please provide the correlation result of marketing and sales. This is my prompt. I don't know whether it is correct or not. Again, I'm telling prompt engineering is very important. See, the system is generating a Python code and is going into that. See the correlation between marketing and sales. Simply the interpretation. So the Pearson coefficient between marketing and sales is 0.99. So correlate approximately is extremely close to 1. So it indicate very positive linear relationship is there. So this is a result. Now, mostly in commerce, we are actually doing this with a statistician or hiring a statistician or using SPSS softwares you are using. And this is a tedious work, you know. We first of all, we have to know how to do it. All these things we know, but simply currently, even I don't know the formula for correlation also. Simply I have uploaded the document. Someone mentioned me that you have to find out correlation. Okay, fine. I just prompt the data and what is the correlation? The result has came with data, right? I can simply download this Excel sheet. I can simply paste it on my PhD document. Okay. And another important experiment I have to show. I don't know whether it's possible or not because this is a free version. Simply we'll do it. Check it. I want to read one PDF. Okay, PDF data. Oh, sorry. Upgrade use first. Sorry. Only one data is allowed for one data. Anyhow, just what I'm doing is I'm having a balance sheet of Nestle India. Okay, this is the balance sheet. I'm sorry for that. This is a paid version. Sorry, it's not a free version. So it has over. So this is the balance sheet of Nestle India. So I'm a common man, a layman. I don't know how to interpret this data, whether it is positive or not. And I'm going to purchase the shares of Nestle India. So I want to know whether the financial capability or financial stability of this company is good or not before investing. Okay. So that is two fundamental analysis and technical analysis there. So fundamental, I want to know fundamental analysis through I want to know whether this company is fundamentally good or not. But I don't know the tools and all. Just simply go to Julius AI, upload this document, Okay, simply upload this document and ask the condition of balance sheet or financial capability of this company. This application will thoroughly check the document, read the document, and simply provide the data that whether it is good or not. And that will be very supportive information. So you can very well depend on that information because this is scientifically calculated. Okay, so this is also another important tool which we are using for scientific research as well as even daily life also we can use this application. Okay, so this is, and one more thing, simply, sorry, see here, you can download this data. You can, notes are there, even charts you can prepare. Okay, yesterday I have created one graph or chart from this data, marketing versus through this site. We can download this chart, scatter product, sales, marketing, download the data. Simply we can use this chart for our research, right? So all these things we can possible through this Julius.ai. So this is one of the important or successful soft AI tool for scientific research data analysis. Okay, simply. So same as decoding sciencebase.com. This is also another important application which used for understanding PDF. We can use this for understanding our PDF. I think I have not. Science.space, for example. Some error has happened. Yeah. See, again, earlier that document I uploading here, the Nestle doc balance sheet, and uploading here. I'm asking, please give an insight of this balance sheet. Oh, sorry. Continue. Again, this science space is for scientific research, and financial data analysis report is actually creating with this site. See, analyzing the file. I will share this PPT with the team members. Okay. If you're useful, you can use it. Just a minute, it's taking its time. Okay, anyhow, going much into this is also another important AI tool which used for reading mathematical equations, PDF document, complex formulas. You can simply paste it here or prompt here, and this will create the C. Comprehensive balance sheet analysis coming. See, an expert financial analyst is actually doing this, but simply by reading this balance sheet, simply they are telling total asset, non-current asset, assets, liabilities, equity, then the performances. See, so this is completely a layman can understand. But while checking that balance sheet is not possible, but this data is very useful. The ratios are there, solvency analysis ratio, debt analysis ratio, all these are there. So simply by reading on these data, a person can decide whether to invest in this company or not. See, so how effectively we are using this AI for our, it is not for shortcut work, just to support our decisions, to support our performance, we are using AI. See, this is one of the important tools. Science Space is also another important AI tool, which is used for data analysis and interpretation. Okay. So shall I move this? These are all the important data which they are giving. Okay. Thank you. Then coming at the end of the presentation, that is academic writing and presentation. That is, now we have did the literature review and we have acquired the data which we are needed. We have asked many questions and very compactly we have received all the data which for the research, and we have collected the data, we have analyzed the data. Next is report presentation, academic writing and presentation, and you can use all these applications, PaperPal, Genie AI, and for PPT creation, PowerPoint presentation, you can very well use Gamma AI. PaperPal and Genie AI is for this is PaperPal. Here simply you can paste. This is not just like Quillboard, because rephrasing, there are a lot of applications are there, but this is AI generated applications, as well as you can use this with plagiarism also, because plagiarism is one of the important factor which we are facing by research scholars. So you can do it for plagiarism and rephrasing also. You can use this PaperPal application. Okay, so simply you can do it. New applications. I think you guys are much familiar with this portion. This is Gamma AI. This is for PowerPoint presentation, and I have created my presentation through this Gamma AI. Simply we can create, for example, even though if you don't have any data also, this Gamma AI will create PowerPoint presentations for you. Otherwise, if you have the data, you just paste this data, or if you're having any URL, you import that file. Simply this Gamma AI will create presentations for you. Simply we can do it. Again, Gamma AI, I'm giving that same topic, forensic accounting. I need some data on forensic accounting, and I'm having nothing about forensic accounting. Just simply give forensic accounting only, and this Gamma AI will create complete PowerPoint presentation for me. Simply they'll collect their data, but again, another thing, you have to check whether the data is correct or not. This is only a PowerPoint preparation website, no data collection website, so you have to recheck thoroughly whether the data collected are correct or not. Okay, so simply what we have to do is simply collect the data, paste it on a Word, and simply paste our particular data into this Gamma, and they will create or generate good PPT presentations for us. See, they have collected 10 slides for us. They have also collected data on forensic accounting. So I click on the generate. Yes, sir. Is it okay? See, the Gamma is creating mind-blowing applications, PPT presentations. See, they are creating PPT. Simply just 1 second or 5 seconds only, the 10 slides they are preparing. See how much time we are saving with using this Gamma. Even this is free. Paid versions is also there, but 10 slides we can create at free of cost. So for presentation purpose, you can use Gamma. See, graphs are preparing. Ten slides they have created. So I will show the presentation. That's why I'm waiting. Okay. I will show the presentation how it looks like, and we can change the theme, we can change everything, we can change according to our requirement. And you have seen I have given nothing, just a keyword I have given. Forensic accounting only I have given. So just imagine you are going for a class, simply 5 minutes before you just know that this is a topic. You don't have any presentation. Just simply click on the link and basic details will be same. No issue. You can present it. Okay. See, the presentations are over. The images are AI created images. We have not given any images. Complete images are created by this AI itself based on the data they have created. Simply present on this You can see how the presentation, see, forensic accounting 2025 and covering truth in complex financial words. See, next, the data. See, mind-blowing presentations, right? Within 5 seconds or 10 seconds, right? So this is the art of AI. See, the last slide, 10 slide they have created. So this is called AI magic, right? So these are the major applications which we are using for presentations. Paperpar, Genie AI, and Gamma. Genie and Paperpar are almost same. That's why I'm not showing it. So anyhow, we have covered almost the 4 pillars, that is for data collection, literature review, then presentation, then analysis data, everything we have covered. This is the crux which actually I meant to present before you. And at the end, I want to mention one more thing before winding up, that is ethical responsibility of using AI. Because there is I have mentioned some of the concepts here. There is a human loop is there, because we all, including me, we are all very lazy, because if we are getting some data free of cost, definitely we will depend on that. But please keep in your mind that you are using AI, and don't allow AI to use you. That is very important thing you have to mind, because you are using AI for your work, in support of your or advancement of your anything you can use. But don't imagine AI is using you for their own purpose, because don't depend completely. You have to give the information. Okay, that's so. Don't become a hallucination. You have to verify, and that is the second thing I have to act. Mandatory rule is, please verify all the documents. For example, even the last forensic accounting project PPT also, even though Gamma has created PPT, you have to thoroughly check whether the informations given in that project PPT is right or not. Then only you have to present it. Okay, that is very important. Then AI is having lot of privacy issues are there. You have to, if even you have seen, I have given the permission for my Gmail to that paper because of in hurry. But that is, don't do that. Create individual accounts. Even AI, while entering one data, simply when we are clicking one checkbox, simply we are telling that we are giving permission to use our personal data for the AI. So very much careful, because there are a lot of AI scams are there. Just like computer technology is getting developed, computer scams, IT scams are getting developed. Just like that, AI, many persons, many fraud or many illegal activities are actually we have heard through this AI. So please be vigilant in using AI, and not afraid, because AI is, I already mentioned, AI is the future. But we have, it's our responsibility to use this AI in the most efficient manner, not to the harmful to humanity, right? And there is a concept called black box dilemma. Black box dilemma means it is a condition where we cannot explain our decision making. We are completely giving the power to other person. And for example, if a student, if as a person, if an accounting, if a student has given me a problem, I don't know how to calculate, or I don't have any time, I just simply click that, take a photo of that problem and simply put in this scientific application, and this application will give the result, and I have given to that student that this is the answer. But again, sometimes that may be right, most of the cases that may be right, but there are chances that that may be wrong also. So we have to thoroughly check that. And please avoid autopilot trap, because autopilot means simply running in auto mode. Don't do that. Again, AI is not a replica or replacement of critical thinking or a human being. We are using AI for our benefit. So as we wrap up this session, I want to leave you this final thought. Don't use AI in replication of you. Just use it as a tool for to do your work in the most efficient manner. So this is a thing which I have to mention at the end. So if you have any question, please, and concluding at this point. Thank you. Excuse me, ma'am.
Uh, uh, a very good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Shibadas. Actually, I'm a little bit in a critical situation, ma'am. So, can you allow me to be the next presenter?
Yes, Snehman. Is it audible? Am I audible? Ma'am, I have concluded my presentation, and please.
Are we audible to you?
Yeah, ma'am.
Use Virendra sir, use this one.
Hello, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Hello,
tell me,
am I
sir.
audible? Thank you,
Yeah,
sir,
audible.
for such an insightful presentation.
Thank you
My
so much, sir.
question is how AI can help researchers to move beyond incremental research to more impactful or original innovation.
Because that is very important question, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that. I already mentioned that there is one of the problem as well as the challenge nowadays we are facing is this one, because by using AI, we are losing the originality, even for the person who are creating that, as well as the person who are using. Because in case if I have created one article and simply some other person can use it simply, there is no issues are there. So this is one of the challenging issue that's I'm using now. There are a lot of plagiarism or this copying detection mechanisms are there very effectively. There are another AI tools are there. Again, we are using AI for detecting also, because originality of work is very important. So there are a lot of about applications or AI applications are there which very easily detecting this copying or plagiarism. So simply again I'm telling that there are in advanced form lot of other applications are coming, and even while using all these AI applications also, the risk of plagiarism is not, we are actually completely omitting. Definitely we have to acknowledge the other person, otherwise definitely it will be in a problem. So this is simply it's with this there's there, man.
True. The integration of AI into research and innovation is transforming how scholars conduct, analyze, and share knowledge across scientific and social science disciplines. AI research tools powered by machine learning, deep learning, and natural learning processing enhance every stage of the research process, from literature discovery and the experimental design to data analysis and dissemination. These tools enable faster, more comprehensive literature reviews by synthesizing information from vast scholarly database. Research workflows are undergoing a major shift from the traditional search and read approach to a more advanced prompt and synthesize model, allowing research to move from keyword-based searches to concept-driven understanding. Thank you, Vishnu. Actually, I was trying to summarize Vishnu's presentation.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, sure, man. Thank you, man.
Vishnu. We all are grateful to you for such an insightful lecture. Thank you so much. Next,
Thank you, ma'am.
next speaker we have with us is Shamnaz Banu. Ma'am, are you there? Shamnaz, ma'am? Actually, she was traveling, so we can start with her video message because she has sent us the video message, so we'll start with that. Thank you.
यहाँ पे आ रहा है, वहां पर नहीं आ रहा है, यहाँ पर साउंड है, नहीं जा रहा है, शी इज ऑन एयर.
See, he from Iran, Dr. Devi Habra from Michigan University, and Dr. Vishnu Gopan from India. So I from Department of Rajashri Mahila Mahavidyalaya, which is a constituent college of University of Allahabad, Prayagraj, and I'm also a former visiting faculty, Fargana State University, Fargana, Uzbekistan. So as a keynote speaker, I will be speaking on the increasing supremacy of artificial intelligence and digital narrative in teaching English language in India. Since I'm a teacher of English literature and language, so this is my field. I would like to express my views regarding this. Then, we live in a world where any individual belonging to any country around the world uses the internet as a vital commodity to their daily lives. The fact is that now the usage of the internet is needed in every sector, whether it is business, academic, media, internet, entertainment, sports, or anything. The pandemic era has increased its usage, and now day by day people are becoming so dependent on it that it is fair to say that they are becoming slaves of the internet. Many individuals, especially youth, begins their and end their day using gadget with internet facilities like smartphone, tablet, laptop, and computer. They are using it to such an extent that they are ignoring basic things like having conversation with their friends and family, and even reading books or doing physical activities. So this is also something which is very hazardous. So though it is these gadget or internet is making our life easier, but at the same time it has many adverse effect, both physically as well as psychology. People have become addicted to it, and because of this, so many diseases have also developed, which are ruining the lives of the individual. Artificial intelligence, which was discovered in 1950s, but has gained popularity in recent years because of the increase of digital narrative in the contemporary era. Artificial intelligence, which is basically applied for those appliances that can perform complete tasks which human beings do in their daily life, whether it is home or at work. For example, like playing chess, communicating with customers, providing any kind of information. It is gaining popularity because it is serving as a resource of learning and for problem solving. AI application like Google search, YouTube, Amazon, Netflix, Alexa, etc. are a very good source of knowledge. So teachers around the world are using it for teaching. And India is not part. India is not apart from it, and now Indian teachers are also using artificial intelligence and digital narrative in teaching English, which is a foreign language, or we can say that now it is a second language in our country. And in the contemporary scenario, it has become very popular. So the question is that, is it fine to be dependent on AI, or we should return to our original natural self as in the olden days people used to be, especially in terms of reading. People are now using interest in reading. So the concept of supremacy of artificial intelligence often refers to the idea that AI system could surpass human intelligence and capability in various domains. potentially even in ways that give them control or influence over society and various aspects of human life. This notion can be explored in different contexts, from technological advances to ethical concerns. So I will be talking about some aspect of AI supremacy. See, when we talk about AI supremacy, then we have to see how it is supreme in the field of technology. Technological, or we can say technological supremacy. This refers to the idea that AI could outperform humans in almost all areas, including tasks that requires cognitive reasoning, creativity, or decision making. AI could surpass human ability, and this is also leading to unemployment because AI is taking the job of many individuals in different fields and different sectors. So the first is problem solving. AI systems like advanced algorithms and neutral network can analyze vast database quickly and find patterns that will take human much longer to detect. Then autonomous systems, AI-powered vehicle, drone, and robot may operate more efficiently than human in various sectors, including transportation, healthcare, and manufacturing. So this is also the reason that it is the job of people in these sectors. Then the third is cognitive tasks. Now AI is increasingly capable of tasks such as translation, speech recognition, and even creative work like art, music, and writing. Now, uh, this speech recognition or voiceover, or in terms of changing of voice, it is also leading to lots of things which are leading to scams and other things. Now, the second is economic supremacy. When we think about the field of economics, we see that in many industries, AI is already having a transformative impact. For the automation of job, AI system can automate a wide range of jobs, from simple repetitive tasks to more complex roles like financial analysis, legal work, or medical diagnostics. This can lead to economic shift where AI handles a large portion of work previously done by humans. Means again, the loss of jobs in the field for individuals. Then the second is innovation and efficiency. AI can help companies optimize production, reduce cost, and create product, potentially leading to increased economic power and growth. Now, this is positive in some extent because AI is helping in the production and in reducing cost. Then the third is ethical concern and power dynamic. Artificial intelligence supremacy raises important ethical questions. Like the first is job displacement. The automation of job may lead to widespread unemployment, especially for low-skilled workers, as I have already discussed. Society will need to find ways to handle this transition, because if AI is going to do all the work, then there are many people will lose their job, different sectors. Then control and bias. AI systems are created by human meanings. They can inherit biases or be used to extend control over population. If artificial intelligence becomes too advanced, it could be controlled by a few powerful entities, potentially leading to social inequality. Then surveillance and privacy. With advancement in facial recognition, data analysis, and other AI-driven technologies, government and corporations may have the capability to surveil and control population in a way that they threaten individual freedom. Now, this is something which is positive. So here we can support artificial intelligence. Now, fourth is super intelligence and AI with AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. a more extreme version of AI supremacy. Imagine the development of artificial general intelligent AGI, which is an artificial intelligence that can perform any intellectual task that a human being can do. This form of AI would be self-aware and capable of improving its own abilities automatically, autonomously. If AGI were to surpass human intelligence significantly, it could lead to the first unpredictable outcome. AGI may evolve in ways that human control cannot control or anticipate, leading to unforeseen consequences. Then control over global systems. AGI could, in theory, control critical infrastructure, financial system, and military technology, placing immense power in the hands of AI system, potentially beyond human reach. AI in the future of humanity. AI supremacy also raises question about the future of humanity itself. The first is coexistence with AI. Will human be able to coexist with super intelligent AI system? Will AI serve humanity interests, or could it involve its own goals that conflict with ours? Now the second is ethical AI development. The development of artificial intelligence must be carefully managed to avoid negative outcome. This includes creating ethical guidelines for the use of artificial intelligence, ensuring transparency and addressing potential risks before they become reality. Now, the sixth one is existential risk. Some fear that AI could pose existential risks, especially if it is surpasses human intelligence and acts in a way that prioritizes its own goal over humanity. These risks include AI taking control. If AGI surpasses human intelligence, it could act in a way that human cannot anticipate or control, potentially leading to catastrophic outcome. Then the second is weaponization. Super intelligent AI systems could be used as weapon, amplifying the risk of conflict, cyber attack, or even nuclear warfare. Now, so there are lots of positive and lots of negative things which we see when we talk about artificial intelligence. But while AI has the potential to bring about unprecedented advancement, the supremacy of AI is a double-edged sword. The technological progress we are seeing must be matched by careful consideration of ethical, economic, and social implication. Humanity's challenges lie in ensuring that AI remains a tool that benefits society as a whole rather than one that would overpower or replace it. Managing the potential for AI supremacy requires thoughtful governance, global cooperation, and transparent development of the technology. So again, a big thank you to all the team of Government College Solar, especially Sneha ma'am for giving me this opportunity. Next time, if there is some conference, I would like to attend it in person. Thank you so much once again. Thank you.
Shimnaz ma'am for joining us. I thank you on the behalf of Government College Solon and Department of English. Now we'll be breaking in for the lunch break. At 2, we'll be joining back. Thank you all.
Ma'am, if there is any question, I can answer.
Sorry, ma'am. Actually, there's no question, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And I'm sorry I couldn't join because I have sent my video because I'm standing in front of Uzbek embassy as my flight is tomorrow. So I apologize that I couldn't represent any PPT also. Thank you so much,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
and
so
the
much.
entire.
No issues at all. No issues at all, ma'am.
humble request to all the presenters to please kindly join back on this link at 1:45. We will start with the technical session at exactly 2 o'clock. I have shared the list. If there's any discrepancy, you can message us in the group. Thank you.